Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy and I'm back with a review for One Piece chapter 752, and Oda is back at it again, showing us little snapshots of all the battles going forward. Zoro's clashing with Pica, you got Sabo clashing with the Admiral, and like their clash, oh man, I wish we could see that, man. Like, you see flames just spouting out everywhere. You see parts of the city being destroyed because of the shockwaves. It's just like, oh my god. Dude, what the fuck is going on, man? I get it. Less is more. Let the people embellish the little small things that they're being given glimpses of. But the real heart of this chapter is the relationship between Law and Doflamingo. Because when Doflamingo shows up, Luffy is like, you shot Moosey. Oh shit, I'm starting to drown. I'm like, oh shit. Doflamingo actually has the high ground. He's not actually in the well. I thought they were all in the well together. Luffy just traveled too far down in there. And Doflamingo is the doppelganger, like I was saying. But, Doflamingo is like, hey, Law, I thought you were smarter than this. How could you dare work with a guy like Straw Hat? Have you lost your mind? What the fuck is going on here, dude? Have you fallen this far? And he's like, when did you get this soft? And we find out that Doflamingo had planned to make Law his right-hand man because he saw a part of himself in Law. And I'm going to touch on that in a second, but what's interesting is Law doesn't all the way refute it. He has gotten soft. And part of it is, because of Doflamingo's brother, but the other part is his interactions with Luffy. I'm wondering if, like, Luffy doesn't remind Law of Doflamingo's brother in a way, but what's beautiful about that is, like, Doflamingo says, like, it's your uncanny ability to make allies that made you so dangerous. I watched you during the Paramount War fight. I watched that. But you're too trusting. I didn't think it'd be this easy to kill you. And he had a pretty good trap. Like, it's simple as fuck. And it would have worked. It would have worked if he had come himself to do the deed. But, I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting. He did point out a good fact about Luffy. Luffy is a bit too trusting. He is too trusting, and he's a bit of an idiot. He's got to learn to use his head. Otherwise, if he doesn't use his head, I mean, Luffy's going to end up in situations like this all day. So, I mean, that's a very true critique about Luffy, and I like the fact that, that is being stated. I like the fact that that is being stated. That's some real shit. I ain't going to front. That's some real shit, man. But, what's interesting about that is the fact that, Luffy the whole time is just staring him down like, I can't wait till I get a chance to knock your ass out. Like, Luffy is the type of person, when you put him in a corner like that, sooner or later, he's going to come back for your ass. You might get the better of him now, but he's going to find a way to come back and get you when you least expect it. That's something I admire about his character. That's something I admire a whole lot. And I like how when Luffy is just like, okay, fuck it. I thought we were getting a shortcut. I'll make my own shortcut. And he uses the Gum Gum Elephant. Everybody's just getting to the different steps and everything. And Luffy just uses the armament haki, combines it with his devil fruit, and makes his own shortcut. And he proceeds to just jump through the fucking air. It's like, we're going after that dude Doflamingo now. Like, fuck this shit. We're getting back on track. Cavendish is the guy playing. Luffy might fall for it again. But, I mean, this is that moment. This is that moment where Luffy has essentially just passed the test. He failed it, but he passed it at the same time. So next time he meets Doflamingo, it's going to be the actual fight. But I do think that the fall of the ally has to happen. I think Luffy has to see Doflamingo defeat Law in a fight first before Luffy can fight him. Unless Oda wants to take the route of what he saw when he was a combatant and still stuck in the Coliseum and he watched Law get shot. Maybe that's the case. But I mean, what's interesting? What's interesting about this is when Doflamingo's like, he reminds me of myself, and you see Law, and he's like, I don't have much longer to live. I guess that's going to tie into the little Surgeon of Death thing, because he says he's some white village. But Law comes in there, and it's just on some straight savage G shit. Like, he's got grenades all around his body, and he was like, if you don't let me join the crew, I'm just going to blow all this shit up. And it's just like, that's like the darkest of backstories that you can start with. Like, imagine being in a movie theater and you open up a movie and you just see a little kid walk into a building with grenades around his neck and body and makes an ultimatum like that. That's immediately going to grab your attention. And so to end a volume in this manner, that shows Oda knows what he's doing here. So I mean, I like this, man. This is a good chapter, man. I'm very hyped to see where volume 76 picks up at, and where this goes, because this is being marketed as the New World Part 15. So I mean, this is interesting. This is interesting, and it's just like this is a long ass arc, because before, like Oda had like East Blue, and then he had those stuff labeled like Skypiea. I'm looking at the bookshelf now. Skypiea, Water 7. Then he had it with Thriller Bark and then Sayabody. Like Oda has, labeled, the different arcs. And so I'm guessing this is still part of the New World arc, man. I thought it would have been broken up like Punk Hazard and everything. I mean, it is what it is, man. But I want to know what you guys think, man. What were your anticipations for the Law backstory? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.